Welcome to our Tarot 101 course. As we get started here in the Fool's Journey, thank you once again for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button as we move along in this course. And I just want to say thank you once again, and let's get started. So, first card we're going to start off with in this journey is the Fool. The Fool card. It's a zero. You would expect most things to start at a 1 as a beginning, but with this one, because it's a new beginning with the Fool, if you look at this card, what I mentioned in a previous video, just look at the card and in general, look at it just look at the beautiful colors, the sun. This person looks like they're taking a trip. They look like they're moving. They look happy. And with the Fool, this is the Fool's journey. Every journey we go on in life, we're the Fool. And the Fool, as far as like upright meanings, and what I mean by the Fool is this card mean in an upright, meaning the card comes upright as you pull them out of your deck. This usually means like a new beginning, possibilities, innocence, spontaneous optimism, trust in life, blind faith. This adventure opportunity, those are things like you can kind of see this person is very happy, their bags are packed, they're ready to go on this new journey. That's why that's a 0. These are just the beginnings of something. These are just our thoughts and our new beginnings and being spontaneous and wanting to do these things as we get to move forward. And a major arcana, those are major movers. That's why they're called major arcanas. Those are like major life-changing events. And the minor arcanas, just to keep it as simple as possible, the minor arcanas are more like daily, day-to-day operations, stuff that you go through. So these are major life changers. The major arcanas, the first series are going through. The minor arcanas just kind of tell us if there's major arcanas, give us a little more detail as we move through the journey, and it kind of just helps us along with our day-to-day and how we can kind of get to the end point or how this is going to progress. So it just kind of gives you some of that. It ties in the minor arcanas with the major arcanas. So and just to kind of get back, so this is a 0. So this is the beginning of a new journey in this one. And this is called the Fool's Journey, and you'll learn some of this as you may research if you haven't already. And there's some readers like who read upright cards, and there's some that will read upright and reverse cards. I'm a upright reader only, but that's a personal preference for you. I will cover the reverse. We've already gone over the upright cards. So if this came out in a reverse upside down, what I usually say, you can say it's just a reduced amount of energy from the upright, but there's also could be, basically like for this one, I would say for the Fool, this could be somebody maybe holding back. Maybe indecisive or indecision for something. It's maybe some hesitations, maybe a little reckless at times, because you can see possibly even by the cliff being reckless that you can step off on accident and it didn't turn out the way you want. And just being, maybe some not so good choices, maybe being a risk taker. Those are some of the things that come up. Also, I want to touch a little bit on the numerology. Being a 0, obviously you figure there's nothing to it, but that just means that there's unlimited possibilities with the 0 because it's a circle. It's a circle. So that means there's unlimited possibilities with the 0. And usually this is an air sign on average, at least from my understanding and what I've always kind of moved through. This is an air sign, and it's usually governed by Uranus or Uranus. So this is just something how as we move along. This is a yes or no type question. This would be a yes card. This is a yes card for people who may want to know, is this a yes or no if I just pulled this one card or something along that line. So this would be considered a yes. Second card we have in our group is the Magician. So once again, I tell people when they start to learn their cards, just kind of look around, look at the colors, look at the stance this person is. Are they moving? Just kind of look at the colors and just kind of see what that card means to you. So as we move along in this journey, the next card besides the 0 that we just moved in is the 1. That's the Magician. And this is an upright card. This is somebody, if you look at him, this is an action card, a creation card, a manifestation card. a power card, self-confidence. You can tell he's looking self-confident. He's standing very strong in his ability and his convictions. He's got self-confidence, some clarity, maybe some skills, creativity. And what the Magician card usually means is there's all the elements throughout the tarot in here: wands, cups, pentacles. That just basically means that you have all the skills and the tools necessary already in your toolbox to manifest whatever it is that you need in this journey. So we were starting on this new unlimited possibilities with the Fool. As we move forward in this journey, we're taking our first steps. We have all the tools necessary, it's saying, to manifest. If you did do a reverse readings for things, this could mean possibly manipulation, poor planning. It could be insecurities, lack of confidence. Those are some of the things, like, like I mentioned, you could either say, if you did a reverse, you can say it's just a lesser meaning of what the upright would be. Some people do reverse meanings, and that just can mean basically what I just mentioned, a few keywords. But also, what I recommend, once again, as I mentioned in a previous video, is just take whatever resonates with you. You may have totally different keywords for things. Just because I have a keyword, or other people may have similar keywords for some of these things, totally up to you. You can take what you want and throw it away, and add whatever you want to yours, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Coming back to the numerology, so this is a 1. So this is like the beginning of projects, creative endeavors. This is just the beginning. A 1, obviously, 0 is unlimited possibilities. Number 1 would be the beginnings, the first steps of this journey. And this card is usually an air sign as well. It's usually ruled by Mercury. And this will be a maybe card. And it could be a maybe card because the Magician is, like I mentioned earlier, you have all the skills and tools necessary, but it also to make whatever you need come to fruition. But it's up to you. It's up to you. So this could be a yes or no card depending on how you proceed. So this is the Magician card as we move forward. Next card in our journey is the High Priestess. Same thing with this card I mentioned before. Just look at all the colors, all the things that you see. Is she making any motions? Is she making any movements? What type of facial expression does he have? Just kind of look at the cards in general and just kind of see what you get. But the High Priestess usually it's related to intuition, sacred knowledge, the subconscious, the divine feminine. It could also mean that you have high morals. You may be sensitive, maybe purity. But when it comes down to it, this could also mean unattainable female, possibly, to someone who may view you that way. And if you're looking to read reversed, this is that means there could be secrets. There could be some harm. Something's hidden, or some type of hidden agenda. As far as not trusting your intuition, maybe misunderstandings. These are some of the things that could come out, or at least a few keywords for the High Priestess. This is usually a water sign, and the High Priestess is usually it's under the moon. That's who usually is astrologically it's connected to. This is a maybe card as well, and this is meaning that depending on if you trust your intuition, you move forward. Just depending on the cards, how it falls in between as well. But most of the time, depending on how you lay it out, this could be a yes card or it could be a no card. So this one is considered a maybe. In numerology, this is a 2, as you can see here. It's the balance of opposites, or 2s. So you're bringing balance. 1 with the journey of the Magician now becomes 2. So we're trying to find some balance with the 2. So this is the High Priestess. Next card we have is the Empress. So, like I mentioned before, look at what the card is for your artist. Look at what you feel when you look at it. What do the colors represent? Is this person movement or making a movement? Is this person, look at their facial expressions, look at the things around them. That's usually the first thing I would say. Once again, for every card, this is the Empress. So this is the Empress card. So With the Empress card in the upright position, this usually means you're abundant. This could be motherly energy. You could be very nurturing. This could be you have some fertility or a pregnancy. Maybe you're having you be a new baby. You're very grounded. You're very connected to the earth, as you can see. Accomplished. You've grown. Evolution, taking action. Those are things like usually this card represents. And if you did pull a reverse card on this one, this could mean that you're having some creative blocks. Maybe being a little selfish. It's maybe impatient. Maybe you're dependent on others and you're not standing strong on your own. Maybe there's inaction, things like that. So this is usually an action card. This is an Earth sign. She's connected to the Earth, and it's ruled by Venus. And a yes or no type question, if you just ask a yes or no, this would be a yes card. Usually it's a yes card, no matter what, because this is a very strong card in the Arcana. And this is also, if you look at this, is the threes. So this means excellent communication, creativity, somebody who's generous, maybe very optimistic. Threes. Now, instead of having the two in the balance, we're expanding with the threes. So this would be the Empress card. Next card we have is the Emperor card. So this is like the partner of the Empress, as you can tell. This person, usually with the Emperor, as they're moving along, this person means, or this card can mean upright, respect. You're a leader. You're stable. You have structure. You have rules. You're an authority figure. You may be an expert in a field. You're a father figure. Like I mentioned, leader. You're very disciplined. You're focused. As you can tell, he sits very confidently. He's sitting on his throne. He understands what he's supposed to do, how he leads others. But you can also get this card in reverse if you choose to read. This means you could be in reverse. It means you could be domineering. You could be very controlling. You could have lack of discipline. You could be very stubborn. And you can actually be very tyrannical possibly with this, or very restless. And I feel, either way, like I mentioned, this could be, if you did get a reverse, it could be a reduced amount of the energy if it's upright, or you can read some of the keywords as you mentioned, or as I mentioned before, in reverse. This is a fire sign, and this sign is usually controlled by Aries, and astrologically. And if you notice, this is a 4. It means you have very good organizational skills. You're reliable. You have ability to work hard, to work with others. And then if it's a yes or no type question, as mentioned in the previous ones, this would be considered a yes card. This card here is the counterpart of the Empress. This card is the Emperor. Next card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant. So this card, as you can, I mentioned once again, look at the colors. There's others in here. Are they in movement? Are they making any movements? Look at the facial expressions, the colors. Things that stand out to you is the first thing I would recommend as you're learning this deck, or learning these cards. And once again, this is the Rider-Waite deck, as far as the basis of these lessons go. And in the upright position, if you did pull the Hierophant, this usually can mean, institutions, your traditions, religion. You could be connected spiritually, society, or the rules that you've been accustomed to, social approval, conformity. You could be bonded for something, or wisdom, trust. These are things that the Hierophant usually represents. If you did pull this card reversed and you didn't do the reversed or reduced energy of the upright card, and you did have a reverse, this could be your own personal beliefs. It could be your freedom, or going against traditions. Because this is upright, this is a very traditional card. You could be very unconventional. You could also be a little bit foolish, moving forward, or not going against, or going against the traditional means of things, and conforming. This is what could be opposite. Your personal beliefs don't mesh with what's going on around you and what you've been taught. So this is kind of what this card would be. This is an earth sign as well, and it's ruled by Taurus. And if you look at numerology of the five, this just means the energy of the unexpected. So fives usually bring some type of change or the unexpected. And if this was a yes or no type card, this is a maybe card. This because maybe being that upright, depending on if it's what cards go to near it or next to it, or how it falls in the spread, and also based on if it's upright or reversed if you choose to do that, and also meaning the Hierophant, it just depends on your own values and your base. So if it's up or if it's upright, and you're going along with things, and the cards surrounding it are very positive, then this could be a yes card. But on the other hand, if this is reversed, or if it's your cards to your left and right of this, or so on around it, don't jive with this, then it could be a no. So just this card would be considered a maybe. So that's the Hierophant.
Ready for change.